Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. We are the podcast that turns your ideas into an amazing adventure every single day. You know, we couldn't even exist without imaginations from kids just like you. So if you have an idea for a story, I'd love to see it. Check down in the show notes below for how you can submit your own story idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And parents, if you're new to kids podcasting, I want to challenge you to listen to podcasting for 5 days in a row with your kids. It's going to increase their imagination, decrease screen time, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! All right, that's the last of the blankets in the whole house, Ethan announced as he dumped the blankets in his arms onto the living room floor. Aiden dove into the pile and began pulling the blankets apart. He strung them from the couch while Ethan tucked them in the backs of the chairs. They collected pillows and filled the inside of their cave with them. Together, they made the most magnificent blanket cave anyone had ever seen. Have you ever made a blanket cave before? Or a blanket fort? Whoa, those things are so fun to do, and I wonder if someone could live inside of a blanket cave forever. Well, anyway, when it was finished, the two boys launched themselves inside the cave, bouncing on the pillows. They laughed and sat up, and then Ethan pointed to the back of the cave. Aiden, look at that! Where there should have been a wall of blankets was the dark opening of a tunnel. Whoa, I didn't know you built a tunnel, Aiden said in awe. I didn't, Ethan replied. The two boys looked at each other, and without a word, knew exactly what to do. Aiden quickly packed a backpack and they both scrambled up and off the pillow floor inside their blanket cave and sprinted into the tunnel. It was darker in there than it was under the blankets, and the walls felt cool and hard. They walked together, slowing their pace so they wouldn't trip on the uneven rocks below. Each step echoed in every direction. Light began to filter in from the direction they were headed. They continued walking towards it till they reached the mouth of the cave. Not like a mouth with teeth, but an opening. The land outside was lush and green, with vines and leafy ferns waving in the breeze of the cave opening. Where are we? Asked Aiden. Ethan was about to answer, giving his best guess, when a pair of giant scaly legs stopped past just outside the cave. The boys stood frozen as the boom, boom, boom of giant dinosaur feet went past. Then Ethan turned to Aiden, whispering, I think we are in, like, the land of dinos. They listened for any more incoming dinosaur stomps, but heard nothing. Come on, let's go explore, Aiden exclaimed, and Ethan nodded in agreement. They saw pterodactyls flying through the sky overhead, and small dinos the size of chickens. Well, they didn't make that sound. They made more of a as they ran by their feet. The boys' blanket fort had somehow transported them not only into a real cave, but a land filled with dinosaurs. They were even better at building blanket caves than they had ever imagined. As they continued walking through the land of the dinos, however, they realized something was wrong. Yep, give me one of those. Dun, dun, dun! The sky had turned gray and cloudy, and the dinosaurs were all running in opposite directions. The day got pretty cloudy and gloomy, huh? Asked Aiden. But Ethan noticed something else out in the distance. Wait, those aren't clouds. He put his hand over his forehead. That's smoke. He pointed to the smoke pouring into the sky from an angry volcano. Lava was spitting out from its peak, sailing down and sizzling any trees or bushes in its path. It's gonna blow! Shrieked a velociraptor as it sprinted past, waving its small front legs wildly. A massive diplodocus stomped by with both small and medium-sized dinos riding on its back. It turned toward the boys and said, There's still a small dinosaur back there. I tried to help it, but it was scared and ran away. I don't know what to do. Then it continued stomping along on its way to safety with its dino passengers. We've got to find that missing dino before it's too late, Ethan shouted to Aiden. You're right, Ethan. Come on, let's go. The two boys ran toward the volcano, in the direction the diplodocus had come from. Here, baby dino, said Aiden. We're here to help you. Don't be scared. As they got closer to the sputtering volcano, streams of lava began to form. Oh dear, growing into larger rivers of lava. It started to get really hot too. I'm sweating. This lava's no joke, Aiden. Ethan sighed as he fanned himself with a giant leafy fern. A river of lava stood between them and more fern plants. The branches of those ferns began to wiggle and shake. Ethan, something's in those ferns over there. A round, heavy tail swung, rattling more branches. It's an ankylosaurus, shouted Ethan. The boys got as close as they could stand, next to a lava river and called out to the little ankylosaurus. We're here to save you. It's gonna be okay. The boys reassured this dino enough that it poked its head out. But how would they get him across the lava river? Do you have any ideas? Seriously, how do you get across a lava river? Aiden took off his backpack and looked inside. All I have in here are blankets, and they're not lava-proof. But Ethan thought this was perfect. Hey, we were able to build a cave to the land of dinosaurs using blankets. Why not a bridge? So the boys got to work. They looped and knotted until they had a big blanket bridge. They tossed it across the lava river, and the little ankylosaurus grabbed it, pinning it to the ground. She was too scared to move, but then the volcano let out a loud rumble and sprayed more lava into the air. The dinosaur sped across the blanket bridge just in time, and she landed both feet safely on the grass beside the boys. They had done it! Together they ran away from the volcano, back towards the cave. Inside, they found all the dinosaurs hiding, huddled together. Come on, dinosaurs! We have somewhere safe we can go. Come on! The boys led them all deeper into the cave, down the tunnel, into the blanket cave, and back out into their living room. You can stay here as long as you want, Aiden told them all as they squeezed into their living room, garage, and out the door into their backyard. Wow, even though this is the end of the story, it is just the beginning of some amazing adventures that lie ahead for Aiden and Ethan. The end. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and you know what time it is. It's time for Kid Shoutouts. I want to say hello to Calder from Montana, Riley from Australia, Verdell from Texas, Aiden from Australia, Jack from Australia, and Arlo from New York. I'm so glad that you're all on the Kid Short Stories family. We could not have this much fun with imagination without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye!